remember boom bap, original rap? You remember that funky hardcore sound that used to make you wanna get down when dudes were sampling beats by James Brown? Do you remember the time Rakim and Kane was the top of their class and used to reign the stage? Everybody loved how the East Coast got down. What happened to the East Coast these days? Where did all the respect go? Why nobody respect the East no more? East had so much originality back in the day. They was room for all types of sounds. It's been a long time since that's been around. They lost their identities trying to sound like everyone else who started to sell. Now the music done went to hell. First the West started popping and the East got scared when the dog pound bang grew, stomping on builders, acting a fool, and people thought that shit was cool. The East had the chances to respond, and when the new jam rapper diss tracks rappers got on, to me that led to the start of the downfall. Now they get hardly any respect at all. After there were a few groups still doing their thing before the East let the South creep in. The South really took off and left the East barely hanging on before it all went wrong. East Coast radio started playing more down South music, and artists from the East hopped on the bandwagon and started to use it. You can't get the respect you want using someone else's sound, so the music went into the ground. These days you can still hear remnants of the real East Coast sound due to a lot of old 90s heads still hanging around. You got dudes like Nas still making music with young producers like Hit Boy. He makes good music, but the young heads ain't taking the blueprint to use it. He had a versus the other day and chose to play only one song out of 6 albums they read together. 30 years ago, this would have been taken as a sign of disrespect, but the East Coast don't even got themselves in check. That's because they really isn't no East no more. Unless you listen to old school, that's when they get a little respect, because to the pioneers, people still pay homage. We not even gonna get too heavy into what these new artists is doing with this East Coast drill sound they stole from Chicago for the current sound. I see why the respect was lost, because they was failed by older heads who should have pulled them aside and got them back to a real East Coast music. That's the problem and where it went wrong. Now everybody's telling them they waited too long, and now they think the audience has moved on. It's a whole new generation that could have tried the music on and never gave them a chance to hear it. This is why the East Coast done lost its spirit.